Am I the asshole? For not giving my house to my SIL? Throw away for obvious reasons. This happened 2 nights ago, and I'm still feeling some type of way about it. Background: my husband has a younger sister, SIL 25F. SIL is currently going through a divorce with 4 children. My husband and I also have 4 children. My husband and I live on a very quiet country back road in our little town, us and his family being the only residences on the road. So both his sisters and their families, and his parents, live within walking distance of our house. My husband and I have been married for 7 years and have 4 young children. My husband bought the land we live on from his parents when he was 18, and when we got married, we built a house on it. We designed our house with a big family in mind and designed it to be our forever home. It has never been a thought to move or look elsewhere. My SIL is going through a divorce. She is struggling, to say the least. She was in a very toxic relationship with her ex, with her contributing just as much as he was, and he filed for divorce and moved out, leaving the 4 kids with her. My mother-in-law called my husband 2 nights ago and asked if we would come over for a chat. We get there, and my in-laws and SIL are sitting on the couch like they were staging some kind of intervention. It was just really strange. My Mill didn't beat around the bush at all. She explained how SIL's ex was getting the house in the divorce and they would be homeless within the month if we didn't give her our home. It honestly took me a second to comprehend what she even said, because it was so out of left field. Husband didn't need that second and looked them dead in the eyes and said no. In-laws started telling us things like, "You guys don't need all that house, you guys can move into one of the new neighborhoods in town, you guys can just build a new house." I offered to open up our playroom and guest bedroom to them until they could find somewhere to live. We have air mattresses and the guest room has a full bath, but that was not good enough apparently. That's when we got up and left. They began yelling after us, saying we don't care about the children, family helps family, we're being greedy and selfish, etc., etc. I'm honestly so proud of how we reacted, because my first instinct was to go off and say some hurtful things, but we went just home, to our home. We love SIL's kids, and obviously do not want them to be homeless, but they don't need my house at the expense of my own children and family. I don't see why SIL's family deserves my home. What about my kids? Now the in-laws are calling, texting, saying we don't care about the kids, we're selfish and greedy, we're making her homeless, and I'm wondering if maybe we were too quick to say no. So am I the asshole? For not giving my home to my SIL? Your in-laws are old. Their family is grown up now. They don't need their house. They should stop being so selfish and move out somewhere smaller so their daughter can have their house. Why are they making her homeless? Why don't they care about their grandkids? X200B. How is any of that reasonable? Not the asshole. You guys don't need all that house. You both have 4 kids. If you don't need it, then they don't need it either. Not the asshole. Why do even they think that they are somehow entitled to your house? Not the asshole. SIL is the golden child. So, if I'm reading this right, yours is a family 6, and hers will be a family of 5. How does your family need less room? And obviously, you aren't giving her the house you 2 built. Crazy. Not the asshole. 100 Not the asshole. Your in-laws, on the other hand, are something like 30th assholes. Sister is about to become homeless, so we've come up with a solution that will work for everyone. Oh. Yes, it's perfect. You move your family under an overpass, and give sister your house. It's a win-win, problem solved. Not the asshole. Also, I have a difficult time understanding what I just read. They solve SIL's homelessness problem by making you homeless? Not the asshole. Who all has keys to your house? You may want to change the locks and consider putting in security cameras or a home security system. Just a thought. Not the asshole. And goddamn that audacity. Your in-laws can give her and her kids their house if they're so insistent that their daughter and her kids have a whole house. Insane to think you and your family should just give up the house you designed and built and assume you have the funds to just do it again. I bet that even if you did give them your house, they'd also expect you to continue to pay for utilities and expenses on the house, too. Not the asshole without a doubt. One thing I would say though is do not let them into your home. As a parent by your meeting, they feel entitled, deserving of your own home, and would conspire against you with other members of the family. Letting them in could create a myriad of issues regarding them potentially trying to take more of the space over and potentially changing the locks. Those are some crazy in-laws. You and your hubby are so mature, I'm sure I would have had a nuclear meltdown at the absurdity of this demand. Not the asshole. I don't understand all these insane homeless in-laws today. This isn't like when they were kids and traded toys. This is a house. Are they going to buy your husband out or just expect you to move out of a six-figure investment because his sister is bad at relationships and planning? Not the asshole. Do they live in an alternate reality? In what world do people just give each other their homes? Especially in this economy? Definitely not the asshole. That is an insane ask I am pretty sure no one would agree to. Not the asshole. If it's as simple as just buying a new home to them, why don't your in-laws find a new home and just give her theirs? Not the asshole. Why don't they their place to SIL? Not the asshole. Mill thinks your house is too big for a family of 6 but just right for a family of 5? Tell them no to all of it at this point. Mill can either move SIL and her kids in, or she can give them her own home. I know it's not what you want, but looking into the future, do you think you can continue to live there being so close to the in-laws with just your 2 homes? Maybe look into selling your house and moving further away. Even if this passes and SIL finds somewhere to stay, they will always be walking distance away and future boundary stomping is guaranteed. Not the asshole. Stick to your guns. Can't understand how the husband would get the house if he doesn't have the kids if they both make the same amount of money. Unless she had already planned for your house. No clue why someone feels that entitled, but who knows? I hate the family helps family crap. Do you really need Reddit to answer this? Or you aren't the asshole? Who gives away a house? Tell the in-laws to give SIL their house and they can move. Of course you're not the asshole. Since the in-laws are so infested and family helps family, they can take on the SIL her kids. Not the asshole. In-laws don't sound like they have kids at home, they can give up their house. Your primary responsibility is to your kids. Well, why are they trying to make your kids homeless? Why is that more acceptable? Nope, call them on that BS when they text again. Then ask Mill to give up her home for them. When she acts outraged, tell her the exact things she was saying to you. They're old, they can move into a retirement community, they're selfish if they won't do that, they're making their own grandchildren homeless, they're heartless and cruel, all of it, every time, push it back on them.